Hello, my name is Katie Araujo, and I will be speaking on the tips that you need to consider when speaking to diverse families, and especially when it comes to different families that have and speak different languages. One of the key points that I would like to make sure that we address is always making sure that you make the families feel comfortable and relaxed. Make sure that if you can provide a translator, that will be an extra bonus to your conferences. That way the parents will be able to get the full translation of everything that you're going to deliver in that sense. And also, if you are a speaker of different languages, that will be also a key point to make sure that you consider, because there's nothing like having the one-on-one with the families. And so if the child is present during the meetings, make sure that you plan carefully of what you're going to say, what you're going to address, and make sure that the families feel comfortable as well in addressing whatever concerns or anything that they would like to come up with during the meeting. It is our duty as educators to explain the assessments and further explain if necessary. Make sure you take your time to address why you're doing the things that you're doing in the classroom as far as the child and their developmental needs. And at the end, you can also give a summary of the reports of the child's progress. And overall evaluation may be used in order to make sure that you get the key points of what you're trying to come across. You should also explain the implications for the child's progress and as well any future needs that the child may need or have due to the conclusions that you've made as far as what comes to the assessments. Now, the first imaginary family that I came up with was an immigrant family from Central America, and their children are first generation here, born here, and their parents do have hard laborious jobs, so it's a very limited time that they can come out to the school and have a conference with you. So in this case, I would try to make an appointment to do a one-on-one. But if it's not possible for the parents to come in because of their jobs, I would try to make sure that we can make a telephone conference or make sure that they know a more up-to-date progress of their child as far as getting used to the school system and informing them about the different types of information. Like, for example, there's a lot of parents and families that don't know much about the school system. So it's important for them to know the processing, the things that happen during the school hours, and anything that they have a question about in regards to legal documents or anything that they have to sign or fill out. So I think it's important to communicate these concerns as far as anything that you can imagine of, because you think about it, it's something new to them. So you have to be that facilitator in that case. The other family that I was able to generate was first generation as well. They're from India, and they do speak English, and they're able to go ahead and communicate very fluently. But their child is of special needs, and they are very concerned about their child's progress, and they have yet to be able to get a full-time job in order to support their child's needs. So in this case, I would do my best to understand the child's and family's concern, make sure that they understand that they are in good hands, and that the educator's main priority is to facilitate any concerns or any problems that they see in their child. For example, any developmental concerns as far as language, speech, getting up to be a part of the routine of the classroom, and making sure that whatever goals they want for their child to be addressed in the meeting, and make a plan about those goals. And not only just make a plan and talk about them, but catch up with them maybe 2-3 weeks later and tell them what you've seen, the progress that they've done. If it's possible to be able to communicate with them more fluently, then if it's a one-on-one thing, then it'll be better. But if not, then you'd have to make the effort to go out and reach out to these parents and tell them, what you've seen, the progress that their child has made, and in regards to the goals that you guys have worked together in the meetings. Now, another suggestion in overall for all conference meetings is to make sure that you welcome the parents to make suggestions. If the parents didn't already do so, sometimes parents can be intimidated and they won't go ahead and say what they feel or say what they because they feel like maybe inferior. So you have to make sure that you, as the educator, as the knowledgeable educator, give them the opportunity to say what they feel in regards to the child's progress. And again, discuss the steps on planning for the child, teacher, for planning for the child's progress, and make sure that the parents, get suggestions on what they can do in the house in regards to the goals and the suggestions that you guys made together in the conference. If we plan together, then the goal is that nobody feels judged about what they see and what they observe at home and at school. So there are suggestions that we can do and continue to work on during these conferences, but the main goal is to address what you see and address from the factual information that you've gotten from the assessments, and also use this information to make sure that the child's progress and development is as best as it can be, the potential that it can be, and of course acknowledging the parents and families' concern of their own child. Thank you.